tried to say was the players get dependent.
Tell them you please go and play.
You mentioned was anything is possible if you need it bad
Many
enough.
times I don't sleep in the night also, just 4-5 hours.
Just take help of the experts because they can.
Feedback the parents give to the child.
Bhushan, I really congratulate.
It's great to have these talks
Yes, the
between.
parent plays the most important role in a sportsman or players.
See, the belief that sports and academics are
Usain Bolt record, and if you look at these,
Tell us about that toughest phase of your life.
But I got into comfort zone and
see, every day there are so many things which are
one of the biggest problems for athletes who don't understand is that.
But my coach Ripasa, who always motivated me,
there were other riders also, but I was not.
I want to kind of just focus.
2 point of view, what a kid likes and what the parent want them to do, right?
The mentality of every person is a security.
Probably go 70% of my sessions for preparing on my strength.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sports Champ Talk Show, Journey of Sports. I am Bhushan Thakur, founder and editor-in-chief of Sports Champ, a sports education magazine. Our today's show is on Sports Legion, Life Journey. We have a very special guest with us today who will be sharing his amazing journey which will inspire and guide many. Let me introduce our special guest for today who spread love and happiness all across the world. Born in a family where business of sports equipment was being carried on since 1922, a person who needs no introduction in the field of table tennis across the world, who himself being an international table tennis player, recipient of multiple national titles, and also held the position of captain of the Indian table tennis junior team, a co-chairman of STAG International with over 30 years of experience leading and innovating in the sports industry, with a focus on growth that has not just been at the organization level, but also at the grassroots level of sport, of table tennis. As a whole, with a personal motto, love all, love table tennis. He has sponsored hundreds of players, coaches, over 55 national table tennis teams, 60 academies, and various clubs across the world. Also sponsored various international events such as 2014 World Veterans Table Tennis Championship, Youth Olympic Games 2018, European Youth Championship 2018, European Under-21 Championship 2017 till 2020, among many others, also involved in various development programs in partnership with International Table Tennis Federation, which has contributed to the growth of the sport in over 120 countries. Best was nominated for the 2010 Peace and Sports Award in the category Best Corporate Social Responsibility Initiative of the Year. Currently the chairman of Commonwealth Table Tennis Federation, first Indian ever to be the chairman of Commonwealth Table Tennis Federation. Commonwealth territory expands 71 countries worldwide in all continents. He is none other than Mr. Vivek Kohli. Welcome to the show, Vivek sir, and thank you for accepting my invitation.
I'm glad to be here, and speaking my heart out is always a priority, and I love to speak. And love to share my, let's say, experiences over the period and learnings. So thank you for this opportunity, and you're like my brother, so it's a big thing for us to be talking about it on a platform which is social.
Thank you so much, Vivek bhai. We start with the Sports Champ Challenge, and the challenge is I'll ask you 7 words, and you have to instantly tell me what first thing comes in your mind after listening to those words. So, do you require some time to, or should I start?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So, my first word is life.
Life is a journey which continues till the end. So it teaches us a lot.
Okay. Anything which pops up with this word is love.
Love all, love everyone, love everything. Love nature, love sports, love people, love family, love friends. Okay. Spread the love all around. And that's what I intend to do. And be love. That's the most important thing.
My next word is friendship.
Friendship is the most important thing in the world because that thing we choose. We are born into families where we don't choose which family to be born, but friends we choose. So friends have the highest honor. Friends have the highest respect. Friends are the most important relationship in anyone's life. So friendship is the true thing which we choose ourselves. So
Next word is vacation. What first thing
oh,
pops in?
everyone needs it and everyone should have it. And most people go for vacations. I know that many Indians go all around the world and they need another vacation when they come back because they are roaming from one city to another destination to another destination. For me, vacation is relaxing, learning, being with myself, internal processes. So all these things can happen in a vacation, and each one of us needs it because that is the time when you can think about when you can just relax and be with yourself or be with someone you like or love with your family, whatever. So vacation is very, very important.
Perfect. My next word is beautiful.
Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. You can love and beautify anything. It depends how you look at it because beauty is subjective. Beauty is how you feel about it. But if you the first thing I say is you should feel beautiful about yourself. And once you feel beautiful about yourself, you will see the world in its own beauty. You will see the world as beautiful and everything will become beautiful.
My last two words, and the next word is business.
Business is, for me, business is passion. If you don't have passion, you cannot succeed in anything. And business is you should do the business which you actually like and you love, not like actually you're passionate about. So for me, business means spreading goodness, not just making money. Making money is the offshoot of what you like. Making money is offshoot what you love to do. And business, of course, makes opportunities for many people. If you are a single owner, then it is for you. But if you have an enterprise, you're supporting so many families, you're supporting so many things. So for me in business, everyone in the chain should benefit, whether it's your employee, whether it is your suppliers, whether it is your buyers. So for me, business is a whole process. So country also benefits with the tax collections and everything. So business can do a lot of good things. And for me, business is not just doing business to make money, but to make opportunities for yourself and for others.
And my last word is happiness.
We all live for that. Happiness is the key element for everybody. And if we are not happy, we will not do anything. Because if you're sad, if you're depressed, you might be lying in the bed, and everyone goes through that. So we are all seeking happiness. That's the beauty of the word itself, that you become happy to hear the happiness. But so we should all try to make ourselves happy and we can support others to be happy. So whatever our deeds, whatever our words, whatever we choose to speak, we should be thinking about it before just offshooting. So happiness is key for everyone. For me also.
Super, super. Right. Here we finish our sport champ challenge round, and you have passed with the flying colors, right? So we can move to the next round now. We have my first question will be for you is tell us something about your childhood. Was you a sportsman from childhood or was focused towards studies? Uh,
Yeah, I was born in a family of players. You see, my brother played, my sister played, and I grew up in a family where and also I live in a colony which is called sports colony. So all the manufacturer of sports are here, and cricket, mostly are cricket manufacturers. But since my own company was making sports equipment, and I was always around sports, so we used to wake up, early mornings. And when I started table tennis, I was in a low height, so like I was young, so I could not reach the height of the table. So I remember they put a stool below, and I used to stand on that stool and play with my brother, play with my sister when I started. So in fact, my brother, he used to make me run with his hand. So he was tall, he's 6 feet, and he would take my hand and we would run in the ground. And my speed became so fast, I was like the fastest, one of the fastest in table tennis players. Like I could do 100 meters later on at 12 seconds, which is pretty fast for a table tennis player or for anybody. Of course, Usain Bolts and stuff like those people, they really go like 10 seconds or less than 10 seconds, but I could do it at 12 point something. So, and my sister, she played also national level table tennis. She also was a swimmer, and she actually taught me a lot, and I stayed a lot with her. So, and I was the youngest child in the family, so I was the loved one. So I had a lot of love and a lot of good times as a childhood. I have a lot of good memories of my childhood, and I remember one of the events I was playing in Saharanpur, and I was the youngest entrant there, and I was barely reaching the table, and I reached the finals. And that time, we didn't have under 10 or under 12 or even, so we had under 14. So I was playing a guy who was like much taller than me, and so the university students, we were playing in a university or college, I don't remember, but they came and this is not right, so they put me on the table, that he should play from the table, not from the ground. So I told them, no, I play good from the ground, so let me. And then I received my first prize there, a big, I still remember that, it was a wooden Taj Mahal, and that was a special prize given to me. So I have very good childhood memories. Yeah.
How was the journey as a sports person when you led as a captain of the junior Indian team and won so many national titles?
You see, I am like came from a small city. Meerut now, of course, it's fairly big city now, but the sporting facilities at our time was not really great. So I played a lot of table tennis with a friend of mine, and his name is Khalil, and we also, played a lot of hard work. We used to do a lot of sprinting, a lot of physical fitness, and all that. And my coach, Mr. Mandal, he helped me to grow as a player. So we focused a lot on services, and but we did not have a platform, and UP did not have really good facilities at that point of time. So uh, it was a big struggle, and I remember beating a lot of players, and the changes actually was happening. And then we had a camp with Mr. Jagannath, and I was, I think at that point of time, in like top UP player in juniors, and he asked me, "Do you have a passport?" I said, "No." So he said, "Vivek, get your passport. You can be in the Indian team anytime." So that was first time anybody spoke to me that I had that level. And at the same nationals in 85, 86, we reached the finals of the national championship. We beat, I think, we lost to Bengal in the finals. And there the turning point happened, when we were in the finals and we were receiving the trophy. We did not receive the trophy. The trophy was received by Bengal team. And on the podium, I asked the Bengal team captain, "Can we see it?" And we just took the trophy from him. And me and my friend Vivek Pandey, we were the like closest friends. And we said, we hold the trophy and we said, "Ghurle." So just stare at it. We have to win it next year. And we were holding the trophy and they were saying, "Kya kar rahe ho?" So in the podium, this is happening at the podium. Huh? So I said, "Ghur le isko," and we just stared it for a couple of let's say maybe 40 seconds, 50 seconds. But it was odd for the team who has won the trophy, and we are taking the trophy and we are looking at it. And then I gave it to him back. So he was asking, "Kya kar rahe the?" मैंने कहा, "नहीं कुछ नहीं." And then next year, when we held the trophy ourselves, yes, this is ours. So it was, a lot of passion, a lot of this thing that we had to win. And before the nationals, I think I was giving an interview on that time we used to have radios. Yeah. So I was giving an interview on the radio, and this guy asked that, what are your chances of, you were last time you were runners up, and so I said, we are winning. So he said, what? I said, yeah, we are winning. Nobody can beat us. And he said, it's not begun yet. I said, yes, that's why I'm telling you. We are going to win. So we were so confident at that period of time and we worked so hard for it. And we won the finals, I think, beating everybody very comfortably. And then we went on to win the doubles title also. And in singles, I played the finals as well. So 3 medals, 2 golds, 1 silver in the nationals. So that was the best ever by an Indian, by an UP player still. So that was it.
Is
Yeah.
this, I just want to understand one thing, and which can be very much knowledgeable for many youngsters who are coming up. When you are looking at that trophy, or when you are saying that we will definitely win this, were you were trying to train your mind for winning that, or what was that was going in your head? It was a mind in training that.
It was manifesting. Now I can say, I can put words to it because now I know what we did. But at that time, it was just, we were curious that we should win this. We lost it, but we should win it. So to keep in our mind that we remember that. And that time, we used to have these letters. There was no emails. There was no, like, let's say, mobile phones. So we used to have letters. And in these letters, we used to write to each other. Me and Vivek Pandey, we were exchanging a lot of letters that ye jeetna hai. So we have to win this title. And we were motivating each other. So in that year, I think I won the central zone, he won the north zone, and we played like 2-3 semifinals, and then we were eventually journeying. And there was one time, I remember that the Indian team had gone to Japan, and unfortunately we were not selected, although at that point of time I had beaten all the players, all the 5 players who had gone in that camp. I had beaten them in the nationals in '86, but I don't know, we were not selected. So and I was very disappointed, and I stopped playing. And then my brother, he saw me that I was very upset and I was not playing. So he brought me, that time we didn't make clothing and anything. So and Butterfly was the Indian team sponsor. So he brought me a butterfly kit, and he gifted me. He said, "You play, don't worry who has gone, you will go." So I started playing again, and then I decided, these guys have gone for the camp, I will beat them when they come back. So in the mind was like, I trained much harder at that point of time. I was training almost 9 hours a day, and 3 hours was physical, 6 hours on table, and I used to carry 3-4 shirts, and I didn't leave in the session. Like 2 to 7 I used to play in the evening. 5 hours I was continuously on the table. I would just take change of the shirt, drink a lot of water, and keep changing the shirt because it was sweating. So 5 hours I was training. I was very fit. And then central zone came after that, and I beat everybody 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. Even the finals I won 3-0. So I'm happy I did really train, and that was a big boost for me because I kind of was neglected. Then I said, okay, I have to be number 1, or I have to be in top so that they can't ignore me anymore. So that was, to be the number one or to be, at the top is always been a passion for me. And I'm thankful that to God to give me that opportunity. And I played for India, and I was not scared with anyone. Like, I played the Koreans, I played, some of our team, we were discussing, यार इनसे under 10 नहीं हारना, 10 बन जाए या ये हो जाए. I never thought like that. I always thought that I should go for it. It doesn't matter if I lose or win. And I probably was the only player in that period in the Asian Junior Championship that I won a game from every Korean. I didn't win a match, of course. It was close. I lost 21-18 decider to one of the top players from Korea. And so it was a tough journey, but and like when we went for the first trip, I would like to share this because you came in the Indian team, and then there was this that at that time the teams were selected and they were on no cost to government basis, so the government was not paying anything. So I talked to the association. They said, okay, they will get it refunded, your ticket or whatever. And then I got money from my father, and that time it was 12,000 rupees or something for the ticket. So, but I felt really bad at that point of time that we worked so hard to come in the Indian team, and then there is no funding support from the government. And then anyway, but I was happy that I could go. And the thing is, then we asked for the kits. We didn't have kits for the Indian team, so I think Mr. Chauhan said, okay, you buy 2 shorts, 2 t-shirts from, I think there was a sports shop in opposite Nehru Stadium. We bought, and we didn't get any tracksuits or any things from the Indian team. And last 3 days we did not play table tennis. We were running around for visa, for immigration, and all that. And that time, this black and yellow taxis of ambassador, from Delhi. So we were last 3 days. Since I was a captain, so I was running around for all the documents and everything. And we reached. We were sent by Kuwait Airways, so we reached there at 7 in the evening. Same day the tournament was already started in the morning. So we reached 7 in the room. We reached around 8 o'clock, and they said you have a match at 9.
Oh.
So we were flying the whole night, and then 9 o'clock. So then we said, okay, let's take a quick shower, and all of us, and we cannot lose. We have come for the Indian team. I don't care. We have not slept, but I don't want that. We should perform our best. We'll sleep after the match. Everybody was tired, but then we were so charged to play for India, and we won the match 3-0. And eventually our team reached the finals, and we finished second in Cairo. And in singles, Chiplunkar, he won the title. So it was a happy, let's say, captainship that we won the medal in teams, and I supported the team. And you can ask Chipia that I was very supportive for his match also. I lost to the same player, but I knew how to beat him. So I was coaching him during the match. So it was a very, very nice experience, and all of us performed well, from the boys and the girls as well. So it was a good experience as captain of the team. So I think I will always remember it.
Right. Let's talk about the other side. Like, did you always wanted to get into family business, or you had some other plans? And after joining family business, what was the challenges you faced in that beginning of your entry in the business?
I think business, I was always a businessman. Like, for example, like I was born in the family, so I was traveling with my dad. I was attending meetings, and I was like not doing anything in those meetings, but I had very good experience in the factory. And in fact, the bat I played with in the nationals in Muzaffarpur, the ply was made by me and developed, of course, by my father, but I was giving some inputs on that. So that blade which we made in our own factory, I was using that, and that time we didn't have rubber, so Yasaka. I think I was playing with Yasaka rubbers. So I always wanted to be part of the business, but of course I wanted to continue also to play. But I was playing for Indian Airlines, and I did not have a very good experience because sports people were like not the best treated, let's say, as employees in big companies. I was not a full-time employee, I was on scholarship, but I had a bad experience and I just resigned. And I said, okay, I should do something of my own, and I joined the business in 91. And my my first trip was to Japan in 91 World Championship. So there we started, but there are a lot of things which actually happened. When we were playing the Asian Championship, it was same that we did not get let's say kit again, and we were playing in t-shirts and shorts, and our company was not making that time table tennis clothing or anything. So I requested my father to get some bags for the team players. We were 14 of them, so we got a bag with India, and one side was STAG and India. So then I came back from that trip, and I wanted to, show off. Every player want to show off a little bit that they have a India color. So, but we didn't get any India T-shirt. We didn't get any India tracksuit. So I still remember I requested Manmeet. Manu used to be multiple times Indian team, and I requested Manu, and I कि भाई मेरे को एक tracksuit दे दे. So give me one tracksuit. So he was reluctant, but then he said, huh?
Which has India written.
Yes. So he gave me a butterfly tracksuit with India on the back, and I took it. And Manmeet was a little shorter than me, so the lower was a little bit short. So I used to cover it with the upper, and wear it really low. And but when you are in India, you like, if you're played for India and you have nothing of India, then you don't want to you want to show off that, okay, you played for India. And seriously, that is one of the reasons when I joined the company, first things which we changed was make clothing, and provide for the Indian team and provide for the teams, because I feel that all players want, whether it is a cadet or a junior or a sub junior, everybody who has played for India wants that. And that, probably because I did not get it, I said that it should not happen to others. So I started in this journey because of this. When we were playing nationals, I remember many state teams were without proper t-shirts. They were like a team with 20 players, or team with, because earlier the nationals were together, junior, sub junior, all nationals were together. So all the players, they may not be having one kit, many states. And even our state, we got one t-shirt. I remember Fred Perry, not original, a duplicate Fred Perry t-shirt. And we were since we were playing a lot of matches, so we were wearing the same shirt, but we were like, I took it from Sandeep, because we were playing matches, it was getting wet, so I took one shirt from Sandeep, one shirt from SP. Pandey took one shirt from SP. So we were washing it every night, and we were wearing it every day the next day. And so a lot of these experiences as a player helped me to grow as a businessman and help sport in a big way. And that is one of the reasons where I sponsor a lot of small countries. That is why one of the reasons I sponsor all the states with the tables, because I remember we used to go for tournaments in UP. So we were playing one tournament in Saharanpur, I remember, and there were like 3 tables in that tournament, and 3 tables came from 3 different houses. So people who had individual tables, so they brought it, and one of the guys, he was saying, "Abhi nahi polish karayi, we just polished it." So it was like super shiny, And so we were playing like once we were in Sultanpur, the net was broken and the table was half burnt because the halogen lamps used to be that time. So halogen had fallen on a part of the table and it was burnt. So we played in very adverse circumstances, and then when I joined the company, one of the few things I did is let's sponsor all the state championships. So they get best tables, they get best balls, and so whatever I personally experienced, I tried to change that in my business, and fortunately, God and my family helped me to do that because they supported whatever I
Uh,
did.
you being an international player and also a super successful sports entrepreneur, how do you think sports help you in your business life while taking risk or challenges? Does it play like an X factor, being a sports person while taking this big risk or handling risk or challenges?
I think what I learned in one of the matches, actually, the finals which I lost in the finals in nationals, I was 18-14 up, and I decided to win and decided to go slow to be safe, and I just froze. I couldn't do anything. Analyzed it after that. Why did I lose? I just froze. I played safe after that. 18-14 I was leading, and then I played safe. So safe is not the answer. You have to take the risk. You have to be so that I think, and also players work hard a lot, sweat a lot. The journey is, like I always say, that the journey is between 0 to 100. So the water boils at 100. So you see the result when the bubbles come. You don't see the results at 90, 99 or something. So in business also it's the same. And since as a player I always wanted to win, I always wanted to be uh, so sports taught us, sometimes we have bad days, sometimes we have good days, and but when we lose, we also strive to win, because losses teach you a lot, but champions lose less. But there is no champion who has never lost. All champions have lost at some point of time, but champions lose less. So if you learn fast from your mistakes, you will always keep winning. So that is also the strategy which I applied when I was in business. I followed my brother's strategy, that pull that we pull people to our business, pull people with sponsorship, uh, give them like what we have and show them what we have. So those strategies helped. Pull strategy helped, but at the same time it was challenging, because when I went to Japan in 91, nobody knew STAG in the world. We were pretty famous by that time in India, because we had a couple of nationals being played on our tables, but internationally we had not exported.
Correct.
And today I think no championship, most of the events we have covered except the senior Olympics and the senior world championship. Rest every event we have been somewhere there. So, and we are sponsor of 60 national teams. So
Correct.
so it's a big journey, but a lot of people initially said to me that it's impossible to sell your brand. It is impossible to sell Stag internationally. Or uh, my brother started that in India when he put a slogan, north, south, east, or west, Stag is the best, and people were like actually laughing that, okay, these guys are new, but they want to be the best. But that happened. He started with India and supported me to go international, because I was the one who traveled, but my brother helped me to, initially go and spread the family business. And later on, of course, both of us started, but there was a lot of struggle uh, to spread the brand, to make the products as per the international standards.
Wow.
So, and table tennis always been a passion. My wife also came from table tennis, so I have I have gained a lot from table tennis. My daughter plays, my son plays, so we are a table tennis family. So it runs in our blood. So My daughter played for India. Son also played US Open and some other events. He won a national medal. So it's a great journey so far. Both my nephews, my brother, my sister. So all of us play. My both nieces, my sister's daughters, both of them have played at the national level. So we are all players first. So we think from our heart is for the sport. So business is also passion, because I don't think like I feel that I'm doing a business. I'm always traveling for sport events. I'm always traveling for this, and it feels like meeting friends. It feels like spreading the sport. It feels like doing good things for the game. So it's a journey so far, amazing.
There is a teaching case on STAG International, which was published by prestigious IVEY Publishing, IVEY Business School, Western University, London. Very few companies are selected as a case study by IVEY Publishing. So, what was that X factor which was there in STAG International vision and mission, which other companies were not able to deliver?
I think we talk a lot about brand India, but if you see that how many brands are international, how many brands have gone multinational. There are big companies. Of course, we have very, very big companies in India, which is multi-billion dollar companies. But how many have reached every nook and corner of the world? So Stag was different that way. When we, worked with IDTF with development program, we worked in 120 countries. So our reach kept growing. You can find a Stag table in 212 countries in the world today. You can find a Stag racket or a ball in 212 countries in the world, which no Indian company, I can say. Maybe I don't know if there is a paracetamol made by India which is available all over the world. Maybe, but Star Alliance flies to 196 destinations, which is whole alliance of the airlines. So there is the other alliance which flies to 156 destinations, and Coca-Cola is available in 204 countries, and DHL and FedEx are the two companies which are in almost every country of the world. So they are 220 plus. Microsoft is in 211. Google even lesser. And Indian brands, I don't know. Like I was just reading online that Birlas are maybe in 60 countries in doing some projects. Tatas are about 100 countries. Reliance is about 110 countries. So one of the things which I think we have achieved as a brand is to take table tennis around the world, and to take the brand around the world. And I am proud. The proud means not that I have an ego, but the proud means that we feel honored that we have that opportunity, and we took the Indian brand. And a lot of people sometimes question us, are you the licensee of Stag, or do you have a license of Stag? And we are sponsors of US Open, we are sponsors of Qatar Open, we are sponsors of Australian Open. So all over the world, we were able to do it. So we always say we are a small company with a big heart, and we did that for a lot of we sponsor Afghanistan, we sponsor small countries, Wallis and Futuna. We sponsor small islands, and today we have 60 national teams, or maybe 61 now. So 61 national team, no other sporting company has.
Correct.
Nike, Adidas, they have I think around 39, and like they are in the range of 30 and 39 or 40, maximum 40. Of course, they spend a lot of money by sponsoring 40 national teams in soccer. But we have 61 countries or 60 countries in table tennis, which no brand, no table tennis brand has, and no other sporting brand has. Nobody has access to 61 national teams at one time, and which is also, I think, a feat which India should be proud of, and which we are really proud of. And my target is 100 countries, so we are still counting. So hopefully God give us the strength to reach the 100 countries. And table tennis is played in 226 nations, so we have an opportunity in doing that.
You are the first Indian to become the chairman of Commonwealth Table Tennis Federation, right? How does that feel, and what development you wish to bring which will revolutionize in Commonwealth territory of 71 countries?
I think the first thing is that the language. Commonwealth is one language. It's English is spoken in all the Commonwealth countries. So that is one of the biggest advantage which Commonwealth has, and no other continent has that kind of benefit. If you have European Championship, there is like Europeans, they speak Spanish, German, Italian, French, Russian, and many languages. So Greek. So which language do you get sponsors for? Which language do you? So Commonwealth at that level, it has a benefit that all the sponsors can get benefit, and if we have sponsors on board, we can benefit the sport. And I've been talking to some big companies, and hopefully we will get that. But one of the things which I want to share here is about my journey to become the chairman of Commonwealth, because when this was an idea that okay, you should run for this post, and when Table Tennis Federation of India they told me, and we had a meeting with Mr. Chaudhary and MP Bhai. So we three were sitting, and they said you should run, and I was okay. I had to think about it, and I never ever went for any post before that. So that was my first stint. So I was thinking how to do it, and then I was on a conference call with my son, and like my daughter and son was right next to me. He was standing, and I said, "What should I do? Should I run?" He said, "Papa, uh, I have now." He was 23. He said I'm 23-year-old now, and I have not seen you passionate about anything else, just table tennis. So you keep saying that this should be done, that should be done. So this is a platform where you will be doing, or you have the opportunity to do, and then you can only blame yourself if you're not able to do this. So I decided that okay, I have the support from my uh, family, and then also Sandeep, he's a friend of mine. I think you know him. He's now the Dronacharya. So he also said that Vivek, you should, you it's your passion, so you should go for it. So then I said, okay, I will go for it. And then we had a meeting of Table Tennis Federation of India in Sonipat, and there Dushant Chotala, who is the president of Table Tennis Federation of India, he's like a younger brother. So he said, Vivekji, we want you to run, because not because it's you deserve to run. And Dr. Prem Verma supported it, and I was so happy. And on that day itself, on the night of that, we were sitting, all of us, we were sitting, and I said, it doesn't matter if I win the election or not now, but I have already won, because my country has supported me. The country has nominated me. So all these people, Mr. Chaudhary, MP, so it was their support. Then they nominated, of course, me, and then the other thing which happened was that when I announced it by email to some of the friends, and I called some of the countries that I'm running, I'm thinking of running, and I'm running Table Tennis Federation is nominating me. So they did campaign for me. So I did not do a campaign. So all the countries, because I am so happy that I could do something for table tennis, but now, like, a lot of people ask me that people expect a lot from you, and what do you think about it? And I say that I'm not worried about people's expectation. I'm worried about my expectations, because I expect a lot from me for this, and my expectations are much higher than what people expect from me. So I'm actually thinking how every day or every moment I think when. So we were going at a rapid speed when I actually became the chairman, but then in November this corona started to happen, and everything just slowed down, we had discussion with ITTF. We signed a preliminary agreement to get some funding. We signed a preliminary agreement to get the ranking for the Commonwealth events. So everything was going smooth, but it hampered for 1.5 years. But now I think we announced some events. So we have 3 events coming up. One is the junior and youth Commonwealth Championship, which is going to be in Maldives. So I'm actually next week. Next week we are flying to Maldives to discuss with the sports minister, and we are traveling, and me and Dushant, we are going to Maldives to discuss with the sports minister and the other fraternity of table tennis there, and so that we can have a good event. And this will be the first ever Commonwealth youth event, because Commonwealth table tennis had just Commonwealth Games in table tennis and Commonwealth Seniors Championship. So we are going to change that. We already announced to have an event in Maldives, and then we have the Senior Championship in India in Panchkula in October, and then we have either the veterans the Masters Championship in Kenya or in India. So we are because Kenya has actually offered to host it, but we don't know with the pandemic situation how it goes. And I have spoken to some countries to start Commonwealth high performance centers. We are going to have Commonwealth high performance centers in India and abroad. So we will have. I think we have spoken. I've spoke to the Olympic Committee chairman of Uganda. I spoke to Cyprus Olympic Committee and the president of the Cyprus Association. I spoke, of course, with the Indian counterparts, and I have spoken to some of others to join the. We will have the Commonwealth table tennis program. So like it will be coaching programs. It will be Commonwealth University Games, Commonwealth table tennis for police, Commonwealth table tennis for army, Commonwealth table tennis for doctors, Commonwealth table tennis for lawyers. So there are a lot of things which are in my mind and which are now in our vision document. So we are going to have, because table tennis is for all. And table tennis is not just for, so para athletes, you have done a great job with the blind players also playing table tennis. So there are like table tennis is for everyone, for every age. And it doesn't matter. And sports, and during pandemic, it has even become better because we have a social distance, 9 feet table. So social distancing is maintained in table tennis. So it's a sport which has great potential, and I'm happy that I'm the chairman of the Commonwealth, so I can spread the happiness and love through the Commonwealth table tennis. And it's a great opportunity, and I am keeping my fingers crossed that I am able to come realistic to my expectations, because my dream is to make Commonwealth a big success in table tennis, because we have some really good countries in Commonwealth right now playing. But my idea is that every continent should play good table tennis. So England, India. So we want to start also the test matches between Commonwealth nations. So it used to be when I was young, I think I remember there was Japan India test, and there were some test matches between India and Pakistan. So we want to start that in table tennis again. So Commonwealth countries will have these test matches. So maybe we try series with Nigeria, India, England, or a try series with Singapore, or multiple. So there are a lot of plans in place, but we are looking at the difficult conditions right now all over the world. But we hope that these will go, and we will be able to start table tennis in a big way.
Fantastic plans, right? And under your leadership, this will go in amazing colors in the near future. My next question will be: you have done various development programs in partnership with ITTF, which has contributed to the growth of the sport in over 120 countries, and also been nominated for the 2010 Peace and Sports Award in the category Best Corporate Social Responsibility Initiative of the Year. How do you think and plan for such development programs, and what is your planning in future in these lines?
I think it was, a friend of mine Glenn Tapper, he started with this plan, and Adam Sharara had initiated this, that they received some fund from Olympic Committee to spread the sport. And I said, okay, we would like to contribute in that. And I had offered, initially 40 tables at that point of time in Japan, when 2000, I think it was in 2000 when the program was starting, or 2001. So and we gave the best equipment, because I think the development can only happen when you have the best facility in the playing. Infrastructure is the most important thing. So table is like, I always say that without a good table you can't play good table tennis. So you need decent rackets, you need decent tables. And what we gave them for the development program initially was the ITTF approved tables, so that they were really high standards, and countries over a period of time developed with this. And I always believed that that if we want to make the pie bigger, then we have to invest in the pie. So we make the pie bigger, so nobody is cutting anybody's share. So ITTF also had the same dream or same vision to spread around the world. And we did with them a lot of programs, not just one development program. There was a program for female power, to make some projects just for women. So in that project also, we donated some tables in the name of my wife, and we did some projects there with the women empowerment. And then peace and sport was a very big thing, because I didn't realize before that when I met these guys and they said they are doing sports for peace, I said, what is the idea behind it? And they said, the when there is a earthquake happen somewhere, or there is war happening somewhere, so the kids, they can come out of the trauma with sports. And table tennis, they found a medium, that table tennis and soccer and other things they were doing, so that players forget about, like, young children forget about the traumas of the war, or traumas of the earthquake, or traumas of the. So we did projects with them in Burundi, we did projects with them in Haiti. Then there were some events which they held, peace and sport event, which is like, for example, India Pakistan as a team, US Japan as a team. So they did some these kind of peace activities with the United Nations. So I was very impressed with the organization, what the whole idea was. And we worked with them for a couple of years. And I think it's a very brilliant idea that sports bring peace. And also that ping pong, I think 2 days ago there was this 50 years of ping pong diplomacy between China and USA. It started with table tennis. So it's sport is a very, very great medium. I remember I was in actually South Africa. So the premier of South Africa, so he was sitting with us, and he was sharing a story that when Nelson Mandela was in jail, so they used to get some free time, and they were playing table tennis during that time. In the jail they had one table, and they were playing table tennis, Nelson Mandela and the team, and they strategized during this time how they want to take the apartheid, and to come out of that. So that was also a big thing for me to hear, because I love table tennis, and something which Nelson Mandela also did. And there are a lot of incidents. I think table tennis has big potential. I was in Beijing Olympic Games, and I was sitting here, 2 seats next to me was Bill Gates sitting. So we need these assets in the sport, and we need people who because some people say, okay, table tennis players should only be somewhere. I think the fan is the most important part of the sport. People who love the sport, they may not play as great, but they can support. So whether it is politicians, whether it is bureaucrats, whether it is businessmen, corporates, whoever, they are pillar for the game. So if you don't have fan base, if you don't have fans, if you don't think from the fans perspective, the sport cannot grow. So that is one thing which I want to change, and I want to involve every section of the society. So we are talking to the Rotarians. So maybe have a Rotarians Commonwealth. We are talking to doctors to have a doctors Commonwealth. We are talking to army, and army I want to include because some countries like, for example, Nigeria, Uganda, even United Kingdom, and there are some other countries in China, of course, but they are not part of Commonwealth, but they have an army team, table tennis team. So I want to have that in the Indian army team because services has sports, but services doesn't have table tennis as a category. Services has, internal, sometimes they play table tennis, but they do not have recruitment for table tennis players. CRPF, CISF, BSF, police, they don't have recruitment of table tennis players. So I want to include table tennis in the Commonwealth, and I want to include this with them, so that Commonwealth school table tennis, Commonwealth university, so that more opportunities come for table tennis players, more opportunities come for the coaches, more opportunities come from the corporates, more sponsorships. So all this, and involvement, the most important thing is involving people to play the sport. So that is my dream, my vision is that everybody plays table tennis and spread this. And our sport starts with love all.
Correct.
When we start the game, we say love all, and this is the biggest message we can give to everyone: love all. Let's love all, let's play the sport. And I'm hopeful that a lot of people will join me in this, and a lot of people have already supported in this cause. And one of the things which I want to do for India, it's my dream, that to make the world's largest table tennis academy in India, and make table tennis a hub, like India as a hub, because in Commonwealth we are right now number one. In the last Commonwealth Championship, we got all the 7 golds. So we can start and we can have several hubs, but India could be a big hub. And we have 1.3 billion, closing 1.4 billion people. And if India has potential. India, the only country in the world which can give couple of million people, million players in table tennis, is India. So India will be one of the focus countries for the Commonwealth. And then, of course, we have big populated countries in Commonwealth: Nigeria, South Africa, Uganda, and there are many smaller countries, and very talented countries like Singapore and Malaysia, and smaller islands like Malta, Cyprus, and so much, and small islands in Fiji, Oceania, beautiful places. So I want to have this table tennis tourism. So Commonwealth platform we will use as a Commonwealth table tennis tourism, because we have some beautiful countries in Commonwealth: Australia, New Zealand, Canada, you name it, Scotland. There are so many. India is so beautiful. So and so many African countries there. So there is a huge opportunity. It is not just table tennis. Table tennis is a platform. Let's say we have a platform, but it can be used for athletes. It can be used for tourism. And in fact, recently I was talking to one of the companies. They are into medical tourism. So I said, okay, we can spread your name, but at the same time, you give athletes some free treatment for athletes. Some players go through sports injuries. Some players go through, physio. They need the physios. They need, the right treatment, the right this thing. So I said, you will support us. We will support you spread. And that also is enhancing, medical tourism can be linked to table tennis. Why not? And benefit can be on both sides. So there are many areas which we have to work on, and also taking Indian brands abroad, or taking foreign brands to different Commonwealth countries. So that is also another platform where, because I would love to see that Indian brands grow, and I would love to see the foreign brands grow which are in the Commonwealth. So this is a great platform. We can tie up with airlines, we can tie up with hotel chains, because in any case we are going to book multiple rooms in different areas, so that there is a huge potential. Let's see where we go.
You have fantastic plans, Bhai, and I don't know how you will be able to do all these things at one go. I think it will be a 5-year plan and a 7-year
Yeah.
plan. There's so many things you have in your head.
Yeah. So, but what I'm trying to do is, here, Bhushan, is that for each sector, I'm going to make somebody responsible, who will be taking care of, let's say somebody will take care of the school, somebody will take care of the corporate, somebody will take care of the army, somebody will take care of the police, somebody will take care of the doctor, somebody will take care of the lawyers. So it is like each head, so each, let's say each department will have a director or somebody who's taking care of these. So once we have each head, so I'm talking to like some of my friends who are like brigadiers in the army, or some of them who have like retired, and some of them who are active. So we are talking to these guys and doctors, and that they can lead this, because IMA, all Indian medical associations have table tennis tournaments. All Rotary clubs have table tennis tournaments. All, police have table tennis tournaments. Army have table tennis tournaments. The only thing is we have to structure it, that we combine these countries and, to come together. Maybe initially 10, 12, 15, 30 countries come. So there is a Lawyers Association of Commonwealth. There is a Doctors Association of Commonwealth. So we'll involve them into the table tennis network, because they are doing Commonwealth. So when they are having their conferences, we can have one day of table tennis. Why not? Because everybody is there already. When the lawyers conference is happening, why not have the table tennis day there itself? So my idea is that, okay, we have to spread the sport. Lawyers are there in the conference for 2 days. Half day they can play table tennis. We can put 50 tables, 100 tables.
It can create a lot of networks across
Yes.
various channels.
Yes. Yeah, because I think everybody loves to play table tennis at college time, school time. Earlier it used to be dinner time, and I want to bring that culture back.
Correct.
Why not? Why not? It can be a after dinner sport. It does not need to be always competitive. It does not need to be. It should be fun between families. It should be fun between people, and of course, competitive side also will grow when we have growth everywhere. So I think that's a huge platform for me, but I need support in this, and I'm actually, through your this platform, I am offering people who would love to be part of this. Please write to me, or please call me, or please we will be more than happy to involve you in this big success story, which I think will happen.
It definitely will. Under your leadership, this definitely will happen. And here we end our main question round, and we start our rapid fire round. I hope you are ready for the rapid fire question.
Yeah, fire it.
My first question is, if you had your human body but head of an animal, then which animal would you pick?
Tiger.
Head of a tiger?
Yes, I am a tiger. I am a fighter, and I want to lead.
Okay, perfect. What was the worst thing you ever did as a kid and got away with it?
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing. I did not do any worse thing. I don't remember.
Okay. Which other name than Vivek suits your personality?
Anand.
Anand?
I'm Joy. Yes.
Okay.
Actually, my sannyas name is Anand. I follow Osho, so
yes.
my sannyas name is Anand. Yeah.
Okay. One thing world does not know about you.
I sing sometimes. I learn some singing elements. Yeah.
Best advice you have ever received?
From my father and my grandfather. But when we started exports, he made us sit, and he said to both of us, me and my brother, we were sitting, and he said, "You are starting exports and imports, but do everything so that you can sleep well at night. I don't want to lose sleep at night, so don't do anything which is not right." So that was in the initial stages of our business, and that helped us tremendously, that we can sleep well because we know that we have not done anything wrong.
One food you love the most?
Indian, of course. It's like I travel all around the world, and anybody asks me, where do you want to eat? Can we have Indian? Yes. So,
One thing
so
you would
North
want.
Indian, North
North
Indian
Indian.
food. Yeah,
Yes.
but I like dosas and stuff. But when I'm abroad, I'm like, dal makhani is my favorite. So, uh, so that's one dish which I will eat in every meal if possible.
One thing you would like to change about yourself.
I am a learning person. I want to keep learning. I don't want to change anything in me, but I change with the times. And there's not one single thing, but you keep learning. So it's a learning curve, and
Correct.
maybe weight I want to reduce a little bit. that could be one thing.
That's a challenge which it's consistently on. We
I
have
have
to be.
lost actually 14 kgs, but in a big body, you need more to lose. Yeah. So that's a journey also, a learning curve.
What you miss the most?
My wife, love of my life. She's here. Yeah.
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 Immediately. One person you admire the most?
My grandfather. I named my son in my grandfather's name. I learned so much from him. He was such a lovely person, and lot of things which we do, even my father, what he did was taken from my grandfather. So he laid the foundation. So now 1922. So next year will be 100 years of our company. So yeah, so I admire him that he made this platform, and he struggled because of partition, when partition happened. So he did a great journey from being a rich guy in the other part of the country, like that time it was erstwhile India. So and then he came to this side. So I admire him, Arjun Das Kohli. So my grandfather, and now my son's name. So you can understand that I really admire him for and he's always somewhere in my heart.
What is the best phrase or quote you believe the most?
Which I got, or I I see one of the quotes which, like, I don't know, you are asking me which is the best quote for me.
What is the best phrase or quote you believe the most?
I had this in my academy. I wrote this on the wall: hard work plus courage is equal to champion. So I think hard work is very important, and without courage you cannot succeed. If you don't have the courage, you have learned everything, but you will not succeed. And then Mr. Jagannath, he added one more sentence: perseverance.
Oh.
So I think that is the quote for me: hard work plus courage plus perseverance. You have to continuously do it, then you will succeed. So yeah.
Wow. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Love, love, love.
Okay.
One word. I don't need
asked 3, but I think that one. Correct.
One word
What
covers
is your
everything,
life
actually.
dream?
Spread love,
Correct.
and love supports happiness. So I think this world needs healing, and love is the biggest healer. We have learned for so many wars. We have learned from, like, we can learn, actually. We have not learned, but we can learn that no war has ever won a heart.
Correct.
No, nothing has won ever. If you are trying to win, the only thing which love does is when you win love, then both are winners. Without love, you can't have a happy world.
Super. What is your life dream?
Life dream. I told you I want to make the largest academy of table tennis, and I want to spread to make table tennis the largest sport in the world. So we always talk about FIFA, and I was telling I was having a discussion with some of the ITTF members that if ITTF becomes FIFA, I become Nike. So so we have we have to make the pie bigger. So all of us have to work hard to make the sport bigger. But I think bigger than the sport is we spread love around the world and make our sport also big. So there are a lot of dreams. Of course there are, but one of the biggest dreams is to do this, that spread sports, spread love.
And my last question is, what is your favorite song? And as we know that you sing very well, so maybe all hear it from you, if you don't mind.
We when we were playing in our younger days, so we had this song called Pal Pal Dil Ke Paas. So it was a song of the UP team actually. So we used to sing every trip. We were all together, and Vivek Pandey was a very good singer, and we used to sing this song. So I can sing a few lines if you don't mind.
No, never.
पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो, पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो, जीवन मीठी प्यास ये कहती हो, पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो, हर शाम आँखों पर तेरा चल लहराए, हर रात यादों की बारात ले आए, मैं सांस लेता हूँ तेरी खुशबू आती है, एक महका महका सा पैगाम लाती है, मेरे दिल की धड़कन भी तेरे गीत गाती है, पल पल दिल के पास तुम रहती हो. Yeah.
Wow, bhai. Super, bhai. Before we log off, bhai, what you would like to address to all sports person and sports entrepreneurs or the listeners of India?
I think one of the key things is that be courageous, take Indian brands abroad, and for the players, be courageous, bring Olympic medal to India. And because you see, everybody follows the results. So unless and until we have results, people will not follow the sport. Cricket has good results, that's why people follow cricket. And if table tennis has good results, table tennis will be followed. If soccer has good results, soccer will be followed. So for all sportsmen, do the best, do the hard work, because people don't see 0 to 99. People see 100%. So the bubbles. So your hard work will not go to a waste, but keep working hard and keep progressing. This is all true for all businesses, all corporates. Keep working hard, but people see the results. So there's nothing. When sun comes, only people get the sunlight. So you don't get the sun if it is 5 minutes 15 seconds. It has to come sunrise. It will come at 5 minutes 15 seconds. It won't come at 5 minutes 14 seconds. So you have to wait for the right moment. So be courageous, be patient, and keep hardworking.
Super. Thank you, Vivek Bhai, for such a wonderful experience and knowledge sharing, which will definitely guide many in their journey of sports and making my evening. And as always, it's a pleasure to talk to you offline and online. Thank you so much, Vivek Bhai.
Love all. Love table tennis.